When we are alone, truly alone, without distractions or noise, something deep inside begins to wake up. Solitude is not just being away from people. It is a space where the heart can breathe, where we can listen to what is usually hidden by the noise of daily life. Many people think being alone is a sign of sadness, but solitude is not loneliness. It is a choice to step back, to be with yourself, and to understand who you really are. In the quiet, we start to see the thoughts that usually pass by too fast. We begin to notice how we feel, what we fear, and what we need to change. In my years as a monk, I have spent many hours in silence, not because I was told to, but because it was in silence that I found peace. In the silence, I began to understand my mind. I saw how often I followed desires or worries without even noticing. But when everything becomes still, we can see clearly. The world today is full of noise, phones, news, opinions, and pressure to always do more. But the spirit does not grow in noise. It grows in stillness. Just like a seed needs time in the dark soil to become a tree, the soul needs quiet to grow strong. When we choose solitude, we are not running away. We are going deeper. We are giving space for truth to appear. We are learning to be okay with silence, with waiting, with just being. This may feel strange at first, but over time, the silence becomes a friend. You may find that when you sit alone, many thoughts will come, some good, some difficult. Let them come. Let them pass. You are not your thoughts, you are the one watching. This is the first step of real spiritual growth, knowing that deep inside there is a calm place that does not change. Solitude helps us return to that place, not to escape life, but to meet it more fully, with strength and clarity. When we stop for a moment and look back at our lives, we begin to understand things that we could not see before. Reflection is like holding up a mirror to our own heart. It shows us not just what we have done, but why we did it and what it meant to us. In daily life, we often move from one task to another without much thought. We react quickly. We speak without thinking. We follow habits without knowing why. But when we take time to reflect, we begin to see a deeper picture. We ask, why did I feel that way? Or, what was I really looking for in that moment? This kind of reflection is not about judgment. It is not about saying, I was wrong, or I should have done better. It is about understanding. When we reflect, we become more gentle with ourselves. We start to see that every action comes from a place inside, a memory, a fear, a hope. As we grow older, reflection becomes even more important. We carry many stories inside. Some of them are beautiful, some are painful. All of them have shaped us. But we do not need to be controlled by them. When we reflect, we can choose which parts of our story to carry forward and which to lay down. Sometimes I reflect on things that happened long ago, moments when I felt lost or unsure. At the time, they seemed confusing, but now I can see how they helped me grow. This is the gift of reflection. It turns confusion into understanding. It turns pain into wisdom. You do not need anything special to reflect. Just a quiet moment. You can sit, close your eyes, and ask yourself, what is truly important to me? You can look at your day and ask, did I live in a way that feels true to who I am? Little by little, this practice brings light to the inner world. It clears away the fog. It helps us walk forward with more honesty, more simplicity, and more peace. Stillness is not just the absence of movement. It is a way of being fully present without needing to change anything. In stillness, we stop chasing and simply allow life to be as it is. This can feel unfamiliar at first, especially in a world that tells us to always move forward, to always improve, to always achieve. But real growth does not always come from doing more. Sometimes it comes from stopping, from sitting quietly, from listening, not to others, but to something inside. A soft voice, a gentle knowing. This is where the deep growth begins. When I was younger, I believed that I had to reach somewhere, that there was a goal, a perfect version of myself waiting in the future. But the more I sat in stillness, the more I realized there is nowhere to go. There is only this moment. And in this moment, everything is already here. The mind may want to run. It may tell you, this is boring, or you're wasting time. But if you can stay just a little longer in the quiet, you will begin to see. You will notice the way a breath feels, the way a thought rises and falls. You will begin to feel connected, not just to yourself, but to something greater than yourself. Not outside, but within. This connection does not need words. It is a sense of being whole, even when life is not perfect. It is the feeling that you are not alone, even when you are by yourself. This kind of stillness does not remove problems, but it changes how we face them. We become more grounded, less shaken, more open to life as it is. Even a few minutes of stillness each day can make a difference. You can find it in the morning before the world wakes up. You can find it in the evening, as the sun goes down. You can even find it in the middle of a busy day, by closing your eyes and taking one quiet breath. Stillness is always there. It waits for us to return. And each time we do, we grow a little deeper, a little stronger, and a little more at peace with who we are. As we walk through life, there are times when we must be active and times when we must be still. The quiet moments are often the ones that teach us the most, not through words, but through presence. When we allow ourselves to slow down, to be alone, and to reflect, we begin to see clearly what matters. You do not need to change your whole life to begin this journey. It can start with something small. A few quiet minutes in the morning, a peaceful walk without your phone, a gentle pause before you respond to someone. These small acts of stillness begin to open the heart. They create space inside, and in that space, peace can grow. There is no rush. Growth does not come from pressure. It comes from attention, from honesty, from choosing to meet each moment with calm and care. Even the most difficult moments can carry light, if we have the courage to be still with them. I am deeply grateful that you have taken the time to listen today. In a world full of distractions, your presence here is something I do not take lightly. Thank you for spending these moments with me. If these words have brought even a little peace or understanding to your day, that is more than enough. To those who have supported this channel with your kind messages, likes, subscriptions, and even super thanks, I sincerely thank you. Your support allows me to continue sharing these quiet reflections with others who may need them. I read your comments with care, and they remind me that even across great distances, we can still share something meaningful together. If this message has spoken to you, you are warmly welcome to return again. This space will remain here, simple and quiet, for whenever you may need it. And if you wish to share your thoughts, I always appreciate hearing from you. May your path be gentle. May your quiet moments bring you strength. And may you always find, within yourself, the stillness that does not change.